Every 4 years, the political parties throw themselves lavish events in the form of their national conventions. They spend money on balloons and food and videos, goodie bags, flowers, makeup artists, and armies of political consultants as they try to direct national attention to their presidential nominees. Everyone knows, long before each convention starts, who the presidential and vice presidential nominees are. The suspense of conventions past is gone. Their purpose now is mostly to convince American voters. It's like a days-long campaign ad. But did you know that taxpayer dollars help pay for these political extravaganzas? In the 2012 presidential election, both parties each received more than $18 million in taxpayer money for their national conventions. Taxpayers foot the bill for the public funding of presidential campaigns as well, unless the nominee opts out. Both major candidates opted out in 2012, as did then-Senator Obama back in 2008. These funds for campaigns are earmarked by Americans checking the box on their 1040 tax forms to contribute $3 to the Presidential Campaign Fund. It's not an extra contribution that they are sending to the IRS. Box checkers are just designating that they approve spending $3 of their tax dollars on campaigns and conventions. With all the demands on our federal budget and record levels of debt and deficit spending, I think those taxpayer dollars could be better spent elsewhere. While the party faithful party on, children and families across America struggle with life-limiting and debilitating diseases such as autism, Down syndrome, and leukemia. Research has vastly improved management and treatment of these and other conditions, but we can always do better, and ultimately, we'd like to find cures. But that costs money. The Kids First Research Act, which has support from both parties in Congress, would eliminate the presidential campaign funding checkbox on tax returns. In its place would be a new voluntary checkbox authorizing spending for pediatric research at the National Institutes of Health. The legislation would increase federal funding for research to identify causes of and develop treatments for diseases that affect children. Our children's health should be a national priority, and the time is ripe to make this change. Americans are voting against public campaign funding through their tax returns. In 2010, only 7% of taxpayers checked the box on their 1040s to earmark funds for presidential campaigns. The number of box checkers has been declining steadily almost since the program began in 1976. Clearly, it's time to end the public funding of presidential campaigns. Americans don't want to pay for it, and candidates aren't using it. In the last campaign, neither major presidential candidate took the money. Those dollars could be better spent helping our children fight disease. These are special kids. You know some of them. Let's do what we can to give them a more normal, more hopeful childhood. Thank you.